Hello everyone, this is Pauline Angel, URK20CS1015 from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Karunya. In this video, I'm going to explain you quicksort and merge sort algorithms and implementation in data structures and algorithms. So let's get started. First, let's see the implementation of quicksort algorithm. So for this, I have given the code here, so let me explain it one by one. So first I have created a function definition called partition, which is having arguments like array, start and end. So the start will be the first index number and end will be the last index number. And then I have initialized a variable called I, which is having the index number as start minus 1, which means the starting number of the array or this I will be minus 1. And then for choosing a pivot number, I have created a variable called pivot, which is having the index number of the value of the last index number in the array. And then using a for loop, I have given a range from start to end, which means the first index number to last index number in the array. And then in this if condition, we are going to check if this array of j, which means the index number which is containing the j, is less than or equals to pivot. If then we are going to increment this I value, and then here the actual algorithm for quicksort will be handled, which is have created a function definition called quicksort, which is having an array and start and end. In this, if the length of the array is equals to 1, which means it means that the particular array is having only one element, then it is going to return the array. We don't need to sort anything. So if this condition is false, then if the other if condition will be executed, which means if start is less than end, which means if the number which is having the starting index number is the number in the starting index number is less than the number or the value in the last index number, then this P is going to have the partition condition which we have just seen. This function which is containing this partition condition is containing this whole function definition and its implementation. And then if this condition is true, then this partition loop, this partition condition will be executed, and then it will go on checking with the swapping will be done accordingly, while seeing if the particular number is less than or equals to the pivot number. And then separately we are going to solve like quicksort for the start to p minus 1 and then p plus 1 to end. So it will be split into two subarrays, and then it is going to check for the pivot value, and then we are going to place the lesser number before the pivot and higher number after the pivot number. So here we have given the condition to take the user input. So let me run this code and see how it works. Let me give some numbers like 34, 8, 5 and 12 and 100, 99. And let's see, yes, it has sorted the array. It has sorted in ascending order. So it has considered one pivot value, and then according to the pivot value, it has considered the numbers which are after the pivot and before the pivot. So now let's see the merge sorting algorithm. So in this merge sorting algorithm, we are going to use the divide and conquer method. So for that, I have created a function definition called merge, which is going to have the conditions or the coding for merging and sorting two arrays or the items in it. So for that, I have given arguments like array, left, mid and right, which is left means the values which are on the left side, and mid is the middle value, and right is the right side values. And then I have initialized two variables which are having this particular thing like mid minus left plus 1, and n2 is right minus mid, the right value minus middle value, and n1 is middle value minus left value plus 1. And then I have created two temporary arrays which are having no values in it. And then using this two for loops, we are going to copy the numbers into the left array and right array. in the left array we are going to add left plus I value, and in right array we are going to add mid plus 1 plus j values. In this, I is 0, and it means the initial index of first subarray, and j equals to 0, which means initial index of a second subarray, and k equals to initial index of merged subarray, which means the left side of first number will be the index position. And then here the uh, actual comparison and swapping will be done. So while this while loop is going to check if I is less than n and j is less than n2. So if this condition is true, then it goes to the if condition, and it executes. It compares the two numbers, and then it swaps, and then it increments the I value. Or else it goes to the else, and it else condition, and it goes to the j value, and it increments the j value, and thereby the k value also gets incremented. The same goes with the while loop, these two while loops, which we use to sort for the two subarrays, or the other subarrays which we are going to have for this temporary subarrays, and then it will rearrange the sorted subarrays. So in this function definition merge sort, it will keep on merging these sorted subarrays into one array, which means it is going to use the merge sort function definition is to see whether the left side array is less than right side array, and then mid is equals to left plus right minus left by 2. So it is going to merge these according to this condition. So here I have given I have given code to take input from the user. So let us run this code and see. Let me give some values, random values like 60 56 89 2 5 1 0 34 89. Sorry, I have given 89 before, so let me give 32. Enter. Yes, it has sorted the array. So this is how we sort. These are the sorting algorithms: quick sort algorithm and merge sort algorithm in data structures and algorithms. So hope you understood these two sorting programs well. Thank you for watching. Have a great